Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about why the 2005 Dragon Ball Z trading card game was a failure. So, if you're familiar with the Dragon Ball Z card game, you know that it first came out in 2000. I think in September of 2000. And from then on, it was a big hit. It had many sets. It lasted until about 2004, I want to say. Throughout that time, it had multiple expansions, and we all thought after that was it for Dragon Ball Z. Until 2005. Now, at this point, we had already gone through Dragon Ball Z, and then we had GT. Now, GT is a whole nother story, based on the way it was managed and just everything else. There's a lot to go into detail. But, after that, we had the 2005 Dragon Ball Z. Now, you're probably thinking, coming off such a good success of the original, how can it be bad? Well, I honestly can't think of anything that did right, so let's just get into everything that was wrong. So in order to play Dragon Ball Z, the original card game, you had to have a personality card. Now, keep in mind this is from the 2005. I'm just speaking about the game. And you had to have at least 3 stages with a max of 5. This is Goku Combat Hungry, level 1. This is our main personality. In this game, you only have 1 card for personality. There's no anger, no leveling up. Nothing. So even though it's, well, let me get a better suggestion, better one. Here we go. This is Crillon Level 2. Believe it or not, I can play this guy right off the bat. Don't need a level 1. Why? Because there is no anger in this game whatsoever. How do you go from having anger be a staple in your game, what makes it unique and what makes it to where you win by MPPV, to going to not having it? That was one of the reasons that this game didn't work too well. Nobody wants to use just 1 and only have 1 power. I mean, it's a disappointment. Another thing, this is one that I don't like, is the backs are changed. It's like this black with red spray paint, then kind of scratched up look. Then it has the little symbol here. It says Dragon Ball Z, trading card game. Yeah, trading card game. The original was a CCG, so guess what that means? It's, they also couldn't use the old cards for this, so makes people not want to get into it now. Another thing was the booster boxes. Now, if you can see right there where my finger's pointing to, that is a booster box for this Dragon Ball Z trading card game. It's the Showdown Booster box. One of the most overproduced sets for this game, which really doesn't say all that much. But anyways, you can find tons of packs of it. And it's usually the cheapest. There's only 12 packs per box. Now that's kind of a big jump considering in the old game you got 36 packs. Okay. And another thing, all the packs were the same design. Now I know the original game did that for a while, but later on in the game they made it to where packs had different designs on them. Even Panini, the box beside it, has 2 different pack foils, so you can see Vegeta on one and Goku on the other. That's another thing. With no anger, it takes out a lot of things. So, we have Namekian Interrupted Meditation. Your opponent may lose a stage. So basically, all you're going to do in this game is lower your opponent's stages. Yeah, so, and then it says if he doesn't lose a stage, your next attack this turn costs -3 stages to a minimum of 1. So basically, in this game, all you're left to do is to get all 7 Dragon Balls and just beat your opponent down until he has no cards in his life deck. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if deck construction wasn't absolutely ridiculous in this game. There was a lot of character cards for this as well, which was rather pointless. You know, I mean, because if I had a card certain for Goldo here, and say if there was a level 2 Goldo and its effect was better with that card, you know, but I didn't have that and I have this one, I mean, why would I want to play the card now? You know, I mean, everything just didn't sync very well together. But, now, I mean, there are just a few positives. Very few, you know. First, you can see it says, Launch's Catering. Launch was actually a playable MP in this game. I don't think I have Launch, though, unfortunately. If I do, she's not a foil. This is my foils. No. Launch was an MP, and the thing that Panini took from this is color-coding the allies and basically saying, hey, this is an ally card. As you can see, it says ally personality. So, I mean, that's one of the few good things, you know. Those are decent. But back to the booster box, since I got off track. They charged, I believe it was $50 for a booster box, and you were only getting 12 packs when booster boxes were like 80 from the original score game, and you got 36. So it was kind of a big downgrade, and you know, and then plus on top of that, you couldn't use the old score cards, so kind of took away the element of fun. You're basically starting a whole new game all over again, and basically all the old players just skipped right over this game and kept playing the original until Panini came out and made the new one. I mean, you know, it was poorly marketed, cost too much, wasn't compatible at all. I know Panini's not very compatible, but it still has some compatibility with the old game. And, you know, it didn't grasp the players. The players didn't want to play as one personality card. You know, you could put allies in, but I mean, allies in this game weren't as good as the score. Just plain and simple. The cards weren't nearly as good. There's no anger. You know, there's none of the fun of, you know, leveling up to the next personality and seeing what ability you can use now. So basically, it took all the joys of Score's game, of the original Dragon Ball Z, excuse me. They're both by Score anyways. And it took all the fun out and then left you with nothing. And that's why it only had 3 sets. From what I recall, Showdown was the most overproduced. I think it's the most I've even opened on this channel, and it wasn't worth it. The game was not worth investing any money in, and that's why it failed. But, you know, the only thing Panini got from this was the fact that they're doing the allies like Score did. But anyways, I mean, not much else to say. I mean, well, one last thing is they reused some of the old artwork, and they still couldn't get people in. So, anyways, guys, that's all for this one. I'll see you in the next one.